Good question for a seller is walk me through specifically what your process is and maybe send over a diligence list and kind of tell me what it's going to look like.
So let me ask you this. If I'm the entrepreneur, and let's say, or let's do it this way, one of my clients, and I've got you and Serata, and I've got two or three others that are committed capital funds. What difference would I notice going through the process? You gave us a really good view behind the scenes, right? The back of the house. In the front of the house, what would I notice is different?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I think it depends as much on who some of the other committed capital partners are, as opposed to the independent sponsor, and then where the capital is coming from for the independent sponsor, right? Because again, not all committed private equity funds are equal in the same way that not all independent sponsors are equal. Different private equity funds or even debt shops will do much deeper levels of diligence than others. So that's something that you just have to evaluate. A good question for a seller is walk me through specifically what your process is and maybe send over a diligence list and kind of tell me what it's going to look like. What I'd say is a well-managed, seasoned independent sponsor, there really should be no difference in how the process works. And there's still going to be a quality of earnings. There's going to be one checklist. Like what we do that I think is a service to the sellers is we manage the checklist, not only for us, of course, for all of our diligence, but it's one list that we integrate with anything that might come from our capital partners, insurance due diligence, quality of earnings, legal. It's all on one list. So they're certainly not managing a different list from a capital partner behind us, but they're also not managing it for all these other work streams for other diligence providers. So that's one thing. I mean, I think depending on how close the relationships are from a capital partner to an independent sponsor that's going to end up working on the deal, you can see a little bit of a time lag, right? So if someone really is going out and they're just dialing for dollars and trying to find money, I think you will see that takes longer for the deal to close. It hasn't really been our experience just because, again, we've got some pretty close capital relationships that already trust in our underwriting. So there's not a multi-layer underwriting process for the capital partner.
And so if somebody does a deal with Serata, you tend to be the variety of private equity that is more hands-on with the management team, right? Is that a fair statement for all independent sponsors?
It should be. I mean, the ones, so from a capital perspective, there is another layer of economics that's going to the independent sponsor, right? And so that's irrelevant to the seller, but there should be value that's added by the independent sponsors.